All right, so we got to do a little bit of housekeeping. Let me get some stuff going here, and we'll let Facebook go out there and do its thing, notify some people, and we will get busy in just a second. So hope everyone is doing well, and yeah, so it's Tax Tuesday, and we're gonna tell you a secret strategy that will have your spouse or significant other to have you to sign up fast. Okay? All right. So before I get into this or you know or tell you guys exactly what this is, I want to give this little caveat. Okay, I am not a tax person. Okay, I'm not a CPA. None of that. All right. I don't want somebody coming on and saying, "Hey, Randy, you said this, you said that," and then trying to come back and come at me. I just read like everyone else has the ability to do, and I will give you the resources that I get, so that you have the same access, and then we can look at this the same way. So before I get right into the entire video and everything like that, and things like that, I want to tell you, one, if this is your first time with me, welcome. My name is Randy Johnson. What I do is I teach network marketers the mindset, daily habits, and secret sauce to build a network marketing business. And a lot of times, people will talk strategy and people will talk various different things, okay? Different skills, and we'll do that here as well. But a lot of times I think what's overlooked, and this is why we kind of dedicate Tuesdays to this, is you miss the taxes, right? Like, that was a big selling point for myself. And I think that if people understood the taxes and tax breaks that you could, accomplish with this, it's pretty eye-opening. I'll tell you that. And so, what is the secret tax strategy, right? I don't want to be before you too long, but what's the secret tax strategy that will have, your partner or your significant other, your spouse, whoever, having you to sign up immediately? I mean, they're like, "Hey, forget that, sign up." And so a lot of times it's the benefits. It's not, if you're in health and wellness, it's not losing weight. If you're in travel, it's not going on vacations, and if it's not saving on electricity, whatever the deal is, it's not that, right? So it's the benefit of the benefit. And so I was reading here in a tax strategy book, the biggest thing you can do is or one of the biggest things you can do is hire your spouse, right? Hire your spouse inside of your network marketing business, inside of your home-based business. And is this legit? It absolutely is. It absolutely is a legitimate thing. And the biggest thing in hiring them inside of your business is, you kind of put them on, quote unquote, the payroll, right? You're paying them, and you need them to be a part of your business. And so what does that mean? So a lot of times in network marketing, there are conventions or there are company trainings and different things like that. And more often than not, they're not in your local area. You have to travel to a certain place. You have to go over to another area. Well, a lot of times people can incorporate this into kind of like a little mini getaway or a vacation or something like that. If you need your spouse, right, or your partner, okay, then they get to come along too, and it's now tax deductible. So now you kind of integrate a little getaway and a little vacation into your training or things like that. And so what are some examples of this actually being effective? Okay. Number one, they have to be a bona fide necessity in your business. Okay. So what is it not? Okay. It's not if you hired your spouse to be your accountant. Okay. If you've hired them to be your accountant and they don't necessarily need to come to the convention or to the training, right? Unless they're talking tax strategies or something like that. Then now they can become tax deductible. But more often than not, at these events and things like that, they're talking, team building, culture building, business building, those type of things. So that wouldn't necessarily apply. If your home-based business or your network marketing business, is in real estate or something like that, and they have a license as well, then yes, then they would count. Okay. Now, what I'll tell you is here's kind of the secret to it. If you have your spouse as your significant other to be like, let's say like a secretary or an assistant or something like that, then now you need them. They're essential, right? Okay. Excuse me. They've got to do computer work. They've got to do your scheduling. They've got to do, let me look here, a multitude of things, okay? Management, they're going to be teaching about marketing. All these different things typically are taught at network marketing companies, okay, or network marketing events, okay, whether it's a local event or you got to fly or travel or drive or somewhere to a significant distance. And see now, whether it's once a year, I don't know how often. Most companies have like little miniature trainings throughout the year, and maybe they have like one big training or 3 or 4 big trainings, but most of them have a bunch of little trainings throughout the year. Well, if you're going to a bunch of little trainings, isn't that kind of like a quick little getaway? I mean, you're trying to build a business anyway, right? And now you get to bring your partner, your spouse, your significant other, whoever it is, your friend along, and they are a business partner. They are a essential part of your day-to-day operation, and now it becomes tax deductible. So the hotel, the driving, and I'm not going to get into all of that. But if you stay tuned long enough, then we'll touch on those things. If you've been following along, we'll touch more and dive deeper into those. But it just makes sense, right? It just makes sense for you to get somebody, have them, get your partner on and say, hey, listen, with this type of a business, I'm going to have to be going through some trainings, and a lot of these trainings may be in other places. And so we're going to have to take a couple more vacations. We're going to have to take a couple more getaways. And, if you're on board with that, cool, right? I love to get started. And think about it. What spouse or significant other would not be on board with, a couple more getaways, or, hey, listen, on the weekend, we're going to have to, do some stayaways and things like that. Are you cool with that? Is that okay? They're like, yes. Where do we start? How do we get signed up? Right. And so it just, just some food for thought, right? Just food for thought on how do you, use this tax strategy, okay, to not only get your spouse to have you signing up, but also deduct all that against your income, okay? Deduct some of that against your income and lower your overall overhead. So I hope that you got value from today. I didn't want to be before you long, but that tax strategy, I'm telling you, will have people or have your spouse, signing up. And if you're inside of network marketing, make sure you use this. Make sure you say, hey, listen, you guys can, if you're okay with, with a couple of more getaways and things like that, may be for you, may be a fit. And so if you are inside of network marketing, okay, and you're looking to connect with more people, make sure you head over to meetrandyjohnson.com, enter your name and email, totally free. How to prospect good people in 15 seconds or less. A little something I put together. You don't have a lot of time, but you may have 15 seconds to reach out to someone and say, hey, X, Y, and Z. And we take it step by step on how to do that. Also, if this made sense to you and you want the actual resource of where I got this strategy from, you can comment or inbox me, and I'll definitely send you that resource. All right, so hope that you got value. See you all, same great time, same great place on the next video. Goodbye.